Good morning this Wednesday, the 22nd of January. I'm Grady Wolf, market analyst with Bell Direct. In the US on Tuesday, it's a positive start to the first trading session of the holiday shortened week as investor sentiment was boosted by President Donald Trump taking office again. The Dow Jones rose 1.2% on Tuesday, the S&P 500 added 0.9%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq ended the day up 0.7%. Markets took President Trump's first policy announcements on tariffs as more benign than expected, following strong comments prior to his inauguration about the need to enhance domestic reliance and strength over trade with close countries like Mexico and Canada. In Europe overnight, markets closed higher in the wake of Trump 2.0. The STOXX 600 rose 0.4%, Germany's DAX added 0.24%, the French CAC climbed 0.48%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 ended the day up 0.33%. Across the Asia region on Tuesday, markets mostly rose as investors await clarity on the impact of Trump's first policies following his inauguration. Japan's Nikkei rose 0.32%, Hong Kong's Seng added 0.91%, China's CSI index rose just 0.08%, but South Korea's Kospi index fell 0.08%. The local market closed 0.66% higher yesterday as investors flocked into the financial sector and gold stocks due to their safe haven nature. The local market took no lead from Wall Street yesterday as the New York Stock Exchange was closed on Monday for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. However, with Trump now officially in office, we are seeing the first major announcements come through, with tariffs imposed on Mexico and Canada set to be introduced from Feb 1, while tariffs on China are TBC. Investors locally assessed the first hours of Trump's inauguration and return to office and moved into the safe haven areas of the market as a result due to higher uncertainty of what the new US president is set to introduce and change over the coming months. Gold extended its rally on Trump's tariff plans as investors and global banks rely on the safe haven nature of the precious commodity for storing value in the currently uncertain market and uncertain economic environment, especially in the wake of Trump's tariff talks. The rise in the spot price of gold yesterday fueled a rally for local gold producers like Gold Road Resources, Regis Resources and Northern Star Resources. Wesfarmers shares rallied yesterday after the Australian conglomerate announced it will be closing its catch business as a loss-making entity failed to keep up with the rapidly growing competitive landscape of online discount retailing platforms. Catch's fulfillment centres will be transferred to Kmart Group as demand grows for Kmart's discount lifestyle offerings, especially in this high interest rate, high cost of living environment. Liontown Resources led the ASX 200 gains yesterday with a rise of almost 12% after the lithium miner released a second quarter trading update, including a 215% rise in spodumene concentrate quarter on quarter, a 51% rise in spodumene concentrate shipments, and a 674% rise in total revenue to $89.8 million. On the commodities front this morning, oil is trading 0.88% lower at $75.76 a barrel. Gold is up 1.17% at $2,742 an ounce, and iron ore is up 0.72% at $101.21 a tonne. The Australian dollar has strengthened against the greenback overnight to buy 62.34 US cents, 97.54 Japanese yen, 50.82 British pence and 1 New Zealand dollar and 11 cents. Ahead of the midweek trading session here in Australia, the SPI futures are expecting the ASX will open the day up 0.35%. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has maintained a buy rating on Hub24 and have raised the 12-month price target on the specialist investment platform provider after the company reported record net inflows of $5.5 billion. New product launches are resonating with the target audience and growth potential is on the horizon in the second half of FY25. And Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on AMP following the formation of a pattern over a period of 24 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $1.64 to the range of $1.74 to $1.76, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for this Wednesday. Have a wonderful day and happy investing.